And was it in Spain where you got shot anyway?
Shot, yeah. I got shot by my own people.
Really?
Yeah, of course I did, yeah. I got shot by my own people.
How come?
Because they wanted me out of the fight.
Yeah, so what's the backstory? Who was it? And then what happened on that day?
My driver in Spain was the man that shot me. My own driver.
And what was his motive to shoot you?
Well, I do believe he got let off a bill. Because I've found out since coming back to England, and it come out of the horse's mouth who he owed the money to and exactly how much he was owed. Yeah. So I believe I got shot for 48 grand. Yeah. And this geezer shot me to squash his debt of 48 grand.
He done it in broad daylight, didn't he?
Yeah. It was either that or get his head punched in. Because the reason why I was angry with him, because he never paid for a watch he took off my mate. My mate took a watch off my mate Kian, and I'd give him the money the following couple of days to go and pay for the watch, because he was my driver. So he earned money out of what I earned. 2 months after, I thought he'd pay for the watch. My mates rang me up and said, who's going to pay for the watch? I was like, what? You ain't paid for it, cheeky cunt. And then a couple of weeks earlier, or a month earlier, I actually dropped the geezer out because he ended up being a rat. Not to the police, but tell me about this for a libby. Someone's been robbed by the Bulgarian mafia, right? The Bulgarian mafia was over in Spain. And basically they run, the Bulgarian and the Russian fella run a lap dancing gaff called Oasis in Estepona. And they rented a villa in Estepona off my mate, but never paid the rent for the villa. So the villa got taken into receivership and it was getting taken back from the bank, yeah? So the person that owned the villa asked me if I could get the people out of the villa. So we made a deal for, I think it was 150 grand, no, 100 grand cash, and then a third of the sale of the house. So because he would have lost the house, when you sell it, I'll get a third of what you sell it for, yeah, and 100 grand up front, yeah? And that was the deal we made. And then basically, I've gone up there to get the people out there, and it was like the Bulgarian mafia. Do you know what I mean? And then the person, this is what I'm telling you about the slag, right? So the person who shot me, he's with me, and we've gone to these people to stick it on them. And when we've turned up at the villa first, there was one geezer in the villa, so I've stuck it on him. And as he's walked out, I've seen the name of the lap dancing gaff on his back. So I've seen that he's from Oasis. So then I've gone down Oasis, and the geezer that ran Oasis was the Bulgarian fella. So I've said, oh, right, you lot owe me money. So what are you on about? I said, 175 grand, you ain't paid the rent on a house that I bought before I went to prison. I've gone to prison, I've come out of prison, I've come here to live in my house, and my uncle's telling me that I'm getting booted out of the house because he's getting taken back by the bank because you lot owe the money. That can't happen. You need to fucking pay this money, bruv, so I can pay for the villa. And then basically, the geezer that was there, he got dragged up and thrown all around the gaff. Then he said to me, it wasn't me, it was my partner. So he took me to his partner's house. So when he took me to the partner's house, the partner told me, look, it's not a problem. I want to pay you. But can you come back tomorrow? So I said, yeah, sweet, not a problem. So I've gone back the following day with the geezer that shot me. And when we've turned up, all the Bulgarian and Russian people were there, big firm of them. There was about 12 people in total, right? So as I pulled up with this fucking squeak, and this is what's happened. I pulled up with this squeak, and it's what made me fell out. So I pulled up with the squeak. I said, come on, let's get out. He said, I ain't getting out. I said, what? Are you mad? Fuck that. Come on, man. We've got to stick it on these cunts. He said, Marvin, are you off your head? I said, what do you mean? Like, obviously, I never had a tool on me at the time, but I said, what are you on about, mate? Come on, man. He's like, I ain't getting out. I said, wow, you fucking mug. So then I've got out of the car. So when I've got out of the car and I've gone and fronted the firm, you're the geezer that owes me money, right? So I'm standing talking to you saying, mate, what are you doing? What's happening with my money? Now, the geezer's standing to his right is telling me, my brother. He wants me to talk to him, yeah? So I'm like, mate, are you paying me my money? mate, why are these people here? Why do these people want to talk to me? I don't want to talk to anyone but you. You've got my money. Where's my money? My brother. And then all I've heard him say is, we can go the easy way or the hard way. So with that, I've sort of switched on him, put my hand down the back of my trousers as if I had a gun. I went, what? Easy way or hard way? I'm going to ask you one fucking question then, mate. Am I going to get paid? Yes or no? And he just went, looked me up and down and went, you take hashish? I said, yeah, I'll take hashish. He said, then you can get paid. I said, sweet, no problem. When? He said, come back tomorrow. So I've gone back the following day. Anyway, pause that there for a minute. The reason why this, yeah, he's in the car, right? My bird at the time, 8.5 months pregnant, rings my phone when I'm out of the car, right? Watch this. The fucking squeak that I'm with, Mark Ashman, picked up my phone. My bird's ring. What's happening, Zoe? What? Don't middle me up. She's gone, what? What do you mean? Where's Marv? He's gone, I can't really say. She's gone, what do you mean? Look, don't fucking play with me. Where's Marvin? Sorry, Zoe, but he's in a brothel. I'm sitting outside the brothel waiting for him. She said, what do you mean? She said, well, I can't really say. Look, I don't want to get middled up anymore. Look, I'm going to go and hang up on her. Right? How can you do that to a pregnant woman when you know I'm not in the brothel rumping. You know I'm not rumping. You know I'm not rumping. Right? You know you can fucking see me having it. You can see me sticking on people. You know I'm not fucking, but yeah, you make out to my bird that I'm in a brothel. So, anyway, when I've come off that meet, I've got in the car, silly bollocks has gone to me, Zoe's fuming, you know. I said, for what? So she just rung up. So I've rung her up, obviously, because I thought, why's she mad? I said, what's the matter, sweetheart? You dirty what are you doing in a brothel? I was like, what? How the fuck do you know I'm in a brothel? That fucking Mark just told me you're in a brothel. I was like, wow. Are you fucking buzzing? I said, you know what, babe, I'll be home in a minute. I said, you see you? I've jumped out of the car, you dirty, no good. I said, you're a slag, you dirty, no good. I said, get the fuck away from me, you rat bastard. How the fuck can you tell my pregnant bird I'm in a brothel? How the fuck? Well, you was. I said, you dirty you know what you done, you fucking rat. And I fucked him off and I refused to speak to him. Anyway, a couple of weeks after that, I get the phone call off of Kian over the watch that he took a week prior to that scenario happening, right? A Panerai watch he took from... So it's like me taking you around my pal's house, yeah? And then you say, oh, can I have one of them watches? And I say, yeah, he's good, I'll stand on that. And then you get the watch. 3 weeks later, yeah, he's rang me up. I said, Marv, what's happening to that watch? I said, what do you mean? And he paid you. I've already give you, I can't remember if it was 50 grand, 40 grand, 30 grand, 60 grand. We was making a lot of money. And this kid was getting a percentage of everything I earned. But it was tens of thousands of pounds this kid was getting. It weren't silly money. Do you know what I mean? It was good money. It was good enough money for him to invite all his fucking friends from England over to take him out partying in Marbella. Do you know what I mean? So it was thousands, mate, yeah? Can't remember exactly ballpoint figures, but it was thousands. Yeah, so then I fucked him off. So then a couple of weeks later, when I've been called, Marv, what are you going to do with that watch? I was like, what? Why ain't he paid for it? He was like, no, I thought the cheeky So I said, where you, you see you, he's like, mate, what are you on about? What are you trying to bully me for? Bully ya? How? How am I bullying ya? He said, me. The watch has got nothing to do with you. I said, you cheeky, no good. You took it out of my pal's ass and it's got nothing to do with me. Where are you? I'm Dan Paul Benoose. I don't feel you're right. You're being a bully. I said, being a bully, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. You got an option. You can either give me the watch back or I'm going to punch your fucking head in for the watch or go and pay for it. They're your options, mate. So go and pay for the watch or I'm coming to take it off your fucking wrist, you no good. Yeah, and I've turned up and he weren't there. His pal Mark Carpel was there. And I've told Mark Carpel exactly what was going on. So he's advised me to go home knowing where his pal's gone to get the gun, right? So he's advised me to go home. He's going to bring Mark down the gym. I said, bollocks, he can do me with whatever he comes back with. Because I believed he was going to come out with a blade or a bat or something. I never believed this would shoot me. I just didn't believe it. So when he's come back and showed me the gun, I went, well, go on, do your job, you mug. What? And I started walking towards him. He's pulled out and shot me in the leg. And as he shot me in the leg, I said, you better finish your job, mate. Finish your fucking job, mate. And I didn't think he would. I really didn't think he would. And then he went bang, bang. First one went through the arm. Third one went through the cock. And then that's when I thought, shut up, don't say another word. And he just walked towards me around and just went, bang, bang. And that was it. I thought I was dead. And I've heard, Marvin, is that you? And I thought, oh my God, I'm in heaven. Can't believe it. I opened my eyes and the geezer from the gym. And that was it. I said, get me phone out of the car, get me the out of the car, get this out of the car. And I made a couple of phone calls, told a couple of people I was being shot, who shot me, just in case I went over. So I actually thought I was going to go into shock. And I started breathing. Ambulance come, took me to the hospital, and I woke up, I was sweetening up. And that was it. I was sweetening up.
I mean, you say sweetening up, but you lost your eye. You got a load of metal in your legs. Did he blow one of your bollocks off?
Yeah.
I mean, your version of sweetening up compared to mine is very different.
I'll say sweetening up, right? Because I wasn't dead. I could wiggle my toes. I was compos mentis. And I had the world at my feet. I had millions of pounds running through my hands every day, every week, every month. Do you know what I mean? I was spending hundreds of thousands of pounds a year.
Your mental attitude is pretty fucking phenomenal, because there's people out there that moan if they've had to work half-hour overtime. You're laying in hospital with your eye missing, fucking been shot in the cock, your legs in bits, and you think you're all right.
Watch this. So the Bulgarian people that was living in the villa actually come to the hospital and paid me, bruv. Imagine that. It comes to the hospital, paid me 170 grand or 120 grand, 130 grand or something like that. They paid me. So all of a sudden, I start calling on bits of work in the hospital. Do you know what I mean? I had people working in the hospital, like I had people in England, from England, in the hospital with me. I had people that I've known with me in the hospital. They was all doing all the running about. It's still buzzing, man. It's all grafting. It's all a couple of $100 in the hospital here, there and everywhere. Do you know what I mean? There's money around us, mate.
How did it affect you mentally, though, long term?
Sweet. No, see, again, it's a small price to pay for the shit I've been through and the shit I've done, isn't it? It's like, I'm accountable for what I've done and where I've been, yeah? So it's not...
Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Yeah, come on, man. What are you moaning about? That the amount of people that I've hurt out here. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been massacred. I know I've weighed in. I've smashed people's heads in. Yeah? In prison, out of prison, on the road. I've served people up like you couldn't imagine. For fun. For fun. This is how bad I was, right? Say you're my missus, right? Me and you having an argument. I say, yeah, I'll fucking show you. And I'll jump out of the car and I'll just weigh the man in. Because I wouldn't beat a woman up. And then I blame them for making me the mad to serve him up. So I'll just do strangers for nothing. Just for nothing. For my bird, give me the I'll jump out of the car and weigh a stranger in the street. Plunge them up, stab them, beat them, do all that sort of shit. I was nuts.
What did you do to the geezer that shot you?
Nothing. I want to create a forgiveness course with him. Yeah, but he won't reach out to me.
What, restorative justice?
No, I just want to create a course to give to the kids in prisons and all that. Don't worry about it, man. There's bullshit about you got to retaliate. For what?
But at the time, you was of that life. Why didn't you retaliate?
I was gonna, yeah, and I promise you I was going to. So my aim and goal, my plan was, yeah, to get my kids in boarding school, yeah, because I thought if I go away forever, my kids need to be in a place where they're going to be in a different place. So I needed them in boarding school. So I got ready to put them in boarding school and pay for them for the next 7 years, 8 years, right? But by the time I got them in boarding school, I got a phone call from one of the boarding schools asking me if the school's safe. So what do you mean? So they've done their research and due diligence on me, and they said, well, we was a bit concerned about your previous, and we was wondering if there going to be any retaliations for things you've done. Because if you search it up, my name, it says I've been investigated for over 25 murders, shootings, stabbings, and all sorts, yeah? It says that on the internet. So the school, within their right, have said, we don't really want your child here. Do you know what I mean? I said, wow, no, ain't going to happen. Nothing's coming to the school. No. So I had to beg, plead, and borrow for my kids to stay in the school. And then, because the kid that shot me, I'll be honest with you, all I wanted to do to him, yeah, and this was all I was going to do, I was going to chop his hands off, chop his feet off, and blind him. Right? That was my only plan for the kid. I wasn't going to kill him. I thought I'd chop his hands off, chop his feet off, and blind him, and see how he likes that.